The ocean has always held a special place in our imagination. For thousands of years, people have looked out at the vast, endless water and wondered what mysteries lie beneath its surface. In ancient times, when much of the world was still unknown, these wonders often turned into fears. Sailors told stories of great beasts that could swallow ships whole. Maps were decorated with drawings of terrifying sea monsters, with sharp teeth and coiling bodies, lurking in the uncharted parts of the sea. These tales were born from a lack of understanding, a natural human response to the powerful and unpredictable nature of the deep blue. These legends of sea serpents and krakens were not just simple stories. They were a way for people to explain the unexplainable. When a ship was lost in a storm or wreckage washed ashore with no survivors, it was easier to imagine a monstrous creature was to blame. These myths were passed down through generations, becoming a part of maritime culture across the globe. Every strange shadow in the water, every unusual sound carried on the wind, could be a sign of a monster. This deep-seated fear of the unknown kept the idea of sea serpents alive in our collective consciousness for centuries. The fear was very real. Imagine being a sailor hundreds of years ago, on a small wooden boat, far from the safety of land. The ocean would have seemed like another world, full of immense power and hidden dangers. The creak of the ship's timbers, the howl of the wind, and the dark, churning waves at night would fuel the imagination. Every splash, every fleeting shape seen in the moonlight, could be interpreted as a threat. These experiences, shared among crews and retold in port taverns, solidified the legends and made the sea a place of both incredible opportunity and profound terror. Even as exploration advanced and we began to map the oceans, the stories did not completely disappear. They simply retreated into the deeper, less explored parts of the sea. The idea that something truly massive and serpentine could exist, hidden from our view, remained a tantalizing possibility. It is a testament to the ocean's sheer size and mystery that even today, the thought of what might be living in its darkest corners can send a shiver down our spine. This enduring sense of wonder and fear sets the stage for the discovery of creatures that are, in their own way, just as strange as any myth. Deep below the sunlit surface of the ocean, in a world of crushing pressure and eternal twilight, lives an extraordinary creature. This is the home of the oarfish, one of the most elusive and strangest-looking fish in the sea. It is a place few humans have ever visited, where sunlight cannot reach and the water is perpetually cold. The oarfish, Regalicus glen, is perfectly adapted to this dark, silent realm. It glides through the mid-ocean depths, often hundreds or even thousands of feet down, far from the busy world of the surface and the prying eyes of humanity. The appearance of the oarfish is truly remarkable, almost otherworldly. It has a long ribbon-like body, flattened from side to side, and covered in silvery scaleless skin. This body can grow to astonishing lengths, with some reports suggesting they can reach over 30 feet, making it the longest bony fish in the world. Its face is equally unique, with large, round eyes, perfect for seeing in low light, and a small mouth. Perhaps its most stunning feature is the vibrant red dorsal fin that runs the entire length of its body, rising into a magnificent feathery crest upon its head. This magnificent creature spends almost its entire life in the deep sea, a vertical world where it often hangs motionless, head up and tail down. This unusual posture is thought to help it scan the water column above for its favorite food. The oarfish has no swim bladder to control its buoyancy, unlike many other fish. Instead, it relies on the gentle, undulating movements of its long dorsal fin to propel itself through the water with an ethereal grace. It is a solitary animal, a lonely king reigning over its dark, silent kingdom, far from the light. Living in such a remote environment means that encounters with oarfish are incredibly rare. Scientists have learned much of what they know from specimens that have washed ashore, often after storms or due to injury. These unexpected appearances give us a precious, fleeting window into a world that is largely inaccessible. The oarfish is a true phantom of the deep, a living embodiment of the ocean's hidden wonders, and a creature whose strange beauty perfectly explains how ancient myths of sea serpents could have been born from a sliver of truth. The link between the oarfish and the legends of sea serpents is not difficult to imagine. Picture a sailor from a past century, caught in the aftermath of a powerful storm. Suddenly, a colossal snake-like creature appears at the surface, its silvery body shimmering, and a brilliant red mane-like fin cresting its head. Such a sight would have been both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Without any scientific context, the only way to describe such an animal would be as a great sea serpent. The animal's immense length and strange undulating movement would perfectly match the mythical descriptions passed down through generations. These rare sightings were likely of oarfish that were sick, injured, or disoriented. Healthy oarfish remain in the deep ocean, but when they are dying or caught in strong currents, they can be forced to the surface. It is in this weakened state that they have been encountered by humans throughout history. A struggling 20-foot-long oarfish thrashing at the surface would certainly look like a monstrous beast in distress. These dramatic, if infrequent events provided just enough evidence to keep the legends alive, turning a real living animal into a creature of myth and folklore. The stories would have grown with each telling. A brief glimpse of the fish's long body could be exaggerated into a creature of impossible size. The delicate red dorsal fin could be transformed in the storyteller's mind into a fiery mane, a feature common in many sea serpent tales. These encounters were so unusual that they became legendary events, spoken of for years in coastal communities. The oarfish, a peaceful deep-sea dweller, unwittingly became the poster child for the terrifying monsters that were believed to roam the uncharted seas, a real animal fueling a fantastical myth. Even the oarfish's biology contributed to the legend. When parts of a dead oarfish washed ashore, they could be easily misinterpreted. The fish has a long bony structure, and finding a partial skeleton could lead people to believe they had discovered the remains of a dragon-like sea creature. Without the whole animal, one could only guess at what it was. In this way, the oarfish became a ghost, a whisper, a real biological creature whose rare and dramatic appearances on the surface gave birth to some of the ocean's most enduring and frightening legends. Today, with the help of modern technology like submersibles and remote-operated vehicles, scientists are finally beginning to pull back the curtain on the life of the oarfish. We now know that these gentle giants are not fearsome monsters, but highly specialized deep-sea inhabitants. They feed primarily on tiny crustaceans, like krill, filtering them from the water using specialized structures in their gills. Their small protrusible mouth is perfectly suited for this diet, not for attacking ships or swallowing sailors. This discovery paints a picture of a peaceful plankton eater, not a terrifying predator. Recent video footage from remote-operated vehicles has captured the oarfish in its natural habitat, offering unprecedented insights into its behavior. We have seen them hanging vertically in the water column, using their long dorsal fin for precise, delicate movements. This method of swimming is incredibly energy efficient, a crucial adaptation for life in the deep sea where food can be scarce. These observations have replaced centuries of speculation with hard scientific fact, transforming the oarfish from a mythical serpent into a fascinating subject of marine biology and a marvel of evolution. Despite these advances, the oarfish still holds many secrets. We know very little about its reproductive habits, its lifespan, or its population size. Every specimen that washes ashore and every new video from the deep provides valuable data that helps us piece together the life story of this incredible animal. In some cultures, the appearance of an oarfish is seen as an omen of earthquakes, though science has yet to find a definitive link. Studying these animals helps us understand not only the oarfish itself, but also the complex and interconnected ecosystem of the deep ocean. The oarfish serves as a powerful symbol of how much we still have to learn about our own planet. It is a reminder that the ocean's depths are home to creatures more wondrous than any myth. Protecting these unique animals and their fragile deep-sea habitats is crucial. As we continue to explore the last great wilderness on Earth, creatures like the oarfish inspire us to look deeper, to ask more questions, and to work to conserve the incredible biodiversity that lies hidden, waiting to be discovered in the silent, dark world below.